Hello, YouTubers. Hello, subscribers. Mwah. Kisses to all of you. I hope that you're having a wonderful Monday. Yes, it's nasty. It's old. I opened it and didn't drink it last week, and I almost need one of them little biscuit crackers. Anyway, it's not bad. It's not bad. Kisses to all of you. Let's get started, okay? Love all of my subscribers. I'm a little whatever today. I just found out that I was going to have to pay $14,000 for a new air conditioner unit. Not the happiest camper in the bunch. Moving on. The Beckhams. What I noticed about the Beckhams is Meghan's MO, her motive, her blaming. The stories that I've been hearing, and let me let you hear it.
Tell us more. The Beckhams, they're furious. Tell us more.
Right, what has happened is that Meghan has decided, who is paranoid about leaks and everything else, she believed that Victoria Beckham, believe it or not, was ringing up journalists on various newspapers and leaking stories about Meghan and Harry. Harry then decided to take the bull by the horns and ring up David Beckham and say, basically, we hear that...
Okay, let's stop right there. She's lying. Here's that stupid stuff. If you think someone is doing something or saying something or whatever, don't you go and have a regular conversation with that person and say, do you know anything about this? Or do you know anything about that? You don't call someone up and start accusing them just because of your Jezebel. But this is Meghan's MO. This is what she does. She gets Harry, her attack dog, to run around and to fight her battles for her. First, she convinces him that, they're bad people and he needs to fight on her behalf. Because he's been fighting the media, he's been fighting with his family, and he's been fighting with his friends since he met this piece of crap. Excuse me, this cookie crumble person. Cookie crumble. We'll call her Cookie Crumble. She did the same thing on the Oprah show. She did the same thing when she whisked herself up into the royal family and started treating people like crap. What purpose would Meghan have to say anything about the Beckhams or accuse them of the same thing she accused the royal family of doing? What? Number one, she's jealous of her. She's jealous of David's wife. She's really jealous of her clothes and all of that. And even if she thought that they did that, why don't you get proof first before you start accusing someone? Before you start going on the Oprah show talking about racism. And I have to tie that in. Because it's her MO. This is why Meghan is who she is because of the despicableness inside and how she thinks her Duchess of Sussex name alone is going to make everybody believe her. So once again, she wanted society to be mad. This is my belief. Mad at the Beckhams and believe that they were leaking stories. How many people have leaked stories about these two? About his wife? Harry, you're running around for trying to protect someone that has created this firestorm herself and put you smack dead in the middle, and now you look like the watchdog. He said the same thing about William. He said they're leaking and planting stories about his wife. Now he calls David Beckham and says, your wife is leaking stories about my wife. And David said, what is you talking about? We don't even roll like that. We don't do that, Harry. You've known me longer than you've known this crumb, and now all of a sudden you're going to take this crumb's word, Meghan Markle, over everybody else's word. The reason why Harry's life has come to tragedy as it is because he married that cookie. And she has flipped and turned his world upside down. And now he has no allies, no friends, and no family that care to be associated with him because of his wife. She is one of those people that you be like, oh no, he gone. He's gone. He's over there with her. Can't nobody get over there. It happens all day long. But not on this level. You see it, but you don't see it on this level. Like, you're trying to be an influencer, Meghan, but you're the opposite of everything that you're trying to be. You went and accused this. You went and accused this. You would think that she was in a fairy tale, a very bad fairy tale, that only she exists in stupid people. Because how many people is she going to blame on leaking stories about her sadness? And I believe David Beckham told him that you need some counseling, Harry, because your wife is sitting around pointing her fingers and telling you who to go after and who to attack for her on her behalf. How many court cases do Harry have? 6. And why? Her. And guess who ain't never at court when he's in there fighting for her? She's nowhere around. She would WME trying to brand herself. No one likes her. Oprah, Tyler Perry, Serena, no one. None of these A-listers like her. The verdict is out. They don't care for her. Her personality sucks. And it's so unfortunate because the A-listers and all the people that she was trying to be friends with would have helped her personality, would have helped her popularity. Because this is the deal. David Beckham, them, after Meghan accused her of planting and leaking stories, everybody's planning and leaking stories at Meghan. You big fat crybaby you. And you're not crying because someone's leaking and stuff stories. What's going on with you right now? There's a floodgate out. That you are really more than a menace to society. And people want you to shh. Bethany has come out and said they need to go somewhere and go away for a while and just hush. She said, how did Meghan manage to ruin everything for herself? Just everything. Totally smashed it to pieces.
Victoria's leaking stories, and David Beckham was not at all happy. In fact, as it's been described now, he's absolutely furious that they have been accused like this.
I thought this story was old.
The Beckhams rigging people up to sort of give tittle tattle about their friends. So their friendship's over. So much so that, as you know, the Beckhams attended the wedding, Harry and Meghan's wedding in 2018. But
when you like the clips that I see of Meghan now, I look at her in a different light. I don't look at her as someone that is, I look at her like, oh my goodness, you have really screwed this up big time. And it's embarrassing to talk about a brand or anything like that, because here's the thing. She's talentless, and then no one wants to work with her. No one's her friends. She doesn't get along with anyone. It's just not happening. There's one more video I want you guys to watch.
Time now for my Royal Masterminds, Lady Colin Campbell and Phil Dampier, and a Mail on Sunday exclusive.
Lady
has
C.
reported that global superstars David and Victoria Beckham are the latest people to be muckled, a term coined by critics of the Duchess of Sussex for people ditched by her. Beckhams said to be furious after they reportedly accused them of leaking stories to the press. Now, despite Posh and Bex attending the couple's royal wedding back in 2018, there was no reciprocation at Markling the Beckhams' star-studded wedding, or in Miami recently, as Harry and Meghan were notably absent from Bex's grand unveiling of new Inter Miami footballer Lionel Messi at an event that featured Kim Kardashian, Serena Williams, and LeBron James. So, Lady C.
It's a mess. It's just a big, fat mess. Meghan blaming and pointing the fingers at one more couple, pointing the fingers at one more person about what people are doing to her, blaming them for leaking stories about her. It doesn't even make sense. It really doesn't. It really makes Meghan look petty, childish, and sick. It really does. And the sad part about this entire situation is that the stories and the keep coming. Like one of my subscribers said, the Americans is complaining and leaking. We're leaking and complaining. That means we're telling it. We're saying what's happening, and it's not being pushed under the rug. It is not never complain, never explain. No, doesn't work like that over here. And she's getting so much bad press. My head is spinning. I can't keep up with the bad press. It's like one thing, then you're on to the next. Okay, what's next? What did she do today? Okay. Honestly, I thought this Beckham story was previous, but you heard it, but now it's coming back out. The A-listers are showing Meghan, we don't want you to be a part of this. She's not getting the memo. It's so much. I can't even. Let's hear what Lady Campbell is saying. Okay? Lady C.
You've got some exclusive information about what went on between the Beckhams and the Sussexes, don't you?
Meghan. While she's trying to distance herself.
Well, I was told that in fact, Meghan didn't markle them, they markled her.
Yeah, they all are.
David Beckham discovered that Meghan had been spreading the word that he and his wife, particularly actually his wife, had been leaking stories about them, and about her, and he was so furious that he is the one who has markled her. He evidently confronted Harry and effectively told Harry, you and your wife can take a flying leap. My wife and I don't need to leak stories about you. And I mean, he evidently didn't say it, but the implication was, excuse me, we are at least as famous as you. Why would we condescend to leak stories about you, and worse, you're non-entity of a wife?
Non-entity. I truly believe that Meghan loves the attention. I believe that it doesn't matter if it's bad or good. She loves this attention. Because there's no way on earth a regular person would be enjoying themselves in the news the way she is being portrayed. Let me tell you something. My channel ain't got nothing on any of these stories at all. This is the kicker for me. How do you do the same thing you did to Harry's family as you're going to do to his friends? Harry, they're leaking a story on me. Look, it's them. And then he goes off and believe it and calls David and ends his friendship. My daughter's asleep. Ends his friendship. For her. Once again, Harry gives it all up for her. He said it on his interview. His wedding interview with her, their engagement interview, how as long as he had her, that they were going to always make it. As long as I have her, I'm good. I do believe he thought that. I do believe that Harry thought that as long as he had Meghan, that he could make it through his father, his grandmother, his brother, and everybody without them, as long as he had Meghan. And so he did it. It's us against the world, baby. But now, Harry's out there by himself. That's a lonely situation, because as long as they were together, it was good. But now they're not together, so no, it's not good. The relationship is in turmoil. Hopefully Harry is waking the hell up. I'm tired of seeing him being this weak for this woman, because he had the control. He doesn't have any control anymore, because WME has kicked Harry to the curb, and Meghan has kicked Harry to the curb, and now it's just WME and her brand, and then there's Harry out there in lonely land.
And so this all took place, you believe, in a conversation between
This is why people don't like her.
David and Harry? Is that right?
Hush.
That's what I was told.
Wow.
That's her name, Hush.
Phil Dampier, your take on this?
Well, I can
I like
believe what
Bill.
he's saying, Dan. Good evening. I mean, the other factor, of course, is that David Beckham, I mean, he absolutely worshipped and
Adored the
Lady
Queen.
I mean, he was a massive fan of her, so I wouldn't have thought he was terribly happy about the way that Harry and Meghan treated her. But I think Lady C's right, you know, when we look.
No one's happy the way Meghan has treated, Harry and Meghan has treated the late Queen. No one's happy about the way Meghan has treated anyone. Her father, William,
Look at the arrival of Lionel Messi the other night, and Serena Williams was there, and the Kardashians or whatever. You know, it's the other way around now, isn't it? I think Harry and Meghan are the ones who are missing out.
They're
because
missing
they're no
out.
longer associated with Bosch and Becks, who are probably
they
the
are
biggest stars
ousted
in
out of
town now.
Hollywood.
So,
They are one of those people that's, oh, okay.